Hello.
Yeah, Bala, can you hear me? Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah. Hearing. Hello.
Yeah, I can hear you properly.
Okay, fine. That's
Give a new name.
second.
Hello, you're able to hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Okay, hi, this is Saubhagya here. May I know your name, please?
Yeah, this is Venkat on the line. And your good name?
I am Saubhagya Purnima.
Oh, okay, okay. So, this is Venkat on the line, and I'll be the participant.
Okay, so basically, before just going to the class, I would just like to know, what you're just currently doing and why you just opted for Python to learn.
Okay, so my background is I'm a PHP developer for the last 2 years. I just want to move into Python because I see there is a lot of scope in Python, and
Mm-hmm.
future planners I want to learn Ruby as well. So that is the reason I just want to learn the Python now.
Okay, um, you're, by any chance, you're able to see my desktop?
Yeah, I can able to see.
Okay. So first of all, to introduce about myself, I have around 8 years of experience in Python. So basically, I work with one leading MNC as a product lead. So initially, I just started my career as a Java developer, and now I'm just working with Python for the last more than 8 plus years.
Okay.
So you're doing web application kind of a thing, or you'll be completely working on standalone everything in PHP.
I'll be working mostly on web application development.
Okay, you have a, do you know any other language other than PHP?
No, no, I'm not aware of.
Okay, so can we start the class?
Yes.
Okay, so if you could just to say some brief history about Python, so how this thing come into the picture. So Python has been invented by Guido van Rossum in the early 90s and the late 80s. So basically, if
Okay.
you just see now, basically now the advantage of Python is like this Uriyo one ransom, no, whatever the thing he felt like it is fault in no other languages, he just tried to overcome all those things and just created a new thing. If you
Yeah.
just see the advantages of Python, so it will be like, see, if you take for example, if you're gonna write no some 15 lines of code in Java or any other language, you can just finish the code in Python in just in 5 languages. You have so much of inbuilt methods. So if you just see whatever I'm just now saying is like bird view, so we will be seeing everything in just detail, like what are the things that we'll be just covering out. Okay.
Sure.
Do you understand Tamil?
Yeah, a little bit.
Okay, basically your
I'm from Kerala.
okay. So if you just see about Python, you're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah, 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 I can.
Just a minute. So, see, Python is basically an interactive, object-oriented, portable, and dynamic type language. And you can just see I've just mentioned as scalable also. See, if you just
Yes.
see what is an interactive kind of a thing. So, if you just install Java or any other thing, so for you to just work on it, so what we have to do is first we have to write some program, and after that only we'll be able to execute it and we'll be able to see the output. But whereas if you just consider Python, it will be acting in two modes. Either first you can just write a script and you can just work it out, or there is an interactive mode where you can just see your output then and there. Okay, so I'll be showing you all those things like how it is happening and all. First, let me give you an heads up and what this is all about. So as you well know what, like Python is purely an object-oriented programming language. Even if you just consider Java, it will not support multiple inheritance directly. Whereas if you just consider Python, it is purely an object-oriented programming language. As well as no, it is like platform independent. Platform independent in the sense like you can just develop it in a Windows system and you can just port that to one Linux machine or anything. So the thing is like for appropriate Python you have to be installed in Windows as well as in Linux. And moreover, the other advantage is mainly, if we just consider Python, like in PHP only, that it's not necessary for us to declare the type of the variable, whatever you just going to use it. Based on the type, whatever we're just typing it out, so it will be taking it out and it will be just storing it in a data type, whether it is an integer or it is a string kind of a thing, or it is a list or whatever the data type future we just want to see it. And moreover, a lot of people are using Python only as a scripting language. But if you just see the real scope of it, it can be scalable to any extent of applications. That is, even you can just develop some hardcore applications in Python. So now you must have heard of YouTube and Google and all those things. All these people are using Python.
Yeah.
So first, we will just practically see like what is an interactive kind of a thing, what is an object oriented, what are the things that will be Python's advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
See, if you just install Python, right? You're able to see my screen, right?
Yeah.
Okay. You see, if you install Python, Python by default will give you an ID called as idle. You're able to see that on the top of my,
Yes.
Okay. You see what happens is once you open this window, you'll be able to see like what is the version of the Python you have installed, and all those things you'll be able to see. See, now I have just installed 2.7. See, Python you have 2.7, and after that you have 3.3. 2.7 is the most stable version. There is a little bit changes from 2.2 to 2.7 to 3.3. Not much of a difference, like print statement and all. So we'll be also seeing that. But as a base, I just installed 2.7, so I'll be just going with this 2.7. Okay.
Yeah.
See, what I told you is like this is an interactive mode. See, what do you mean by interactive mode? See, take for example, if I'm going to add two numbers. So, in PHP, how you will be doing it?
I'll be getting that in a variable and I'll be adding it, or I'll be directly adding it.
Yes, but if you just see it here, you're able to see?
It's kind of a calculator.
Yes. See, I didn't do anything. I didn't write any program. I didn't store it in PY file or nothing. So this is an interactive shell. Okay, so either you can just do it here or you can just save it in a file and we'll be using it. But practically, if you see that, see all these things now for learning kind of a thing, or if you want to do on the spot, if you want to see the output of the particular syntax, how it is going to work, we'll be using interactive mode. But practically in all our real life program, what we used to do was, we used to save that in a file and then only we'll be using it. So we'll be seeing like interactive mode as well as the scripting side. Okay.
Yeah.
So see, now I'm just giving. So you'll be able to see, I didn't write any program, I didn't say anything. So just like that, I'm just typing it and it is just giving me an output.
Yes.
Okay. So do you just get a heads up like how Python will be just working on?
Yeah.
Okay. So basically, first we will just see like what are the data types that are involved in Python. So when you just consider this data types, right, there are primarily 6 inbuilt data types in Python. The first one is numbers, second one is string, the third is list, the fourth is, some people call it tuple and some people call it tuple, and the fifth one is dictionary, and the sixth one is set. So we'll be seeing in details so what are these inbuilt data types and all about. Okay.
Okay.
If you feel that I'm just going fast, please let me know. Okay. first we give a minute. So we saw like like what is this history, this everything is fine. Now we saw the advantage of what is the advantage of using Python. So if we just take any language, the foundation will just lay upon like what are the data types that are present in that language. And so if you just see in even any complex program, if we just break it down, it will be into smaller structure like anything and everything has to be just placed in this database, and we are doing a lot of manipulations only in the database, and we'll be just getting that output.
Okay.
Uh, so now we'll see like what are the main data types in Python. The first thing what I told you is numbers. Okay, so how we can just do declaration of numbers in Python in the sense, see as I told you, Python is a dynamic language, dynamic type language. What do you mean by dynamic type language? In the sense like you don't have to bother about what exactly the data type of you're going to declare. You just use it and you just concentrate on your logic and it will work out for you. Take for example, I'm just giving a equal to 10. Okay, so when I just type A or print A, I'll be getting the value of the A. See what this equal to operation means is the right side value 10 is assigned to the left side variable A.
Yeah.
So, so now thing is like so now the Python interpreter will know like whatever I'm just giving is like an it's a number, it's an integer. So there is a function called as type. So if you wanted to check like see because I have not declared that to be an int or float or whatever it may be, and if I wanted to be check like what variable it is storing. So what I can just give is there is a function called as type. So if I just give type of that object, now you're able to see like the int.
Yes.
So it will let us know like what variable it has stored.
Okay.
Okay, so we'll be just seeing.
Kind of
Excuse me.
getting the
Yes,
data type of
yes,
the
kind of.
variable.
So this is the method. You can just note it down. This is the type is a method which this can be used across anything. Take for example, if next we are gonna see the string, how what data type it is being stored. Anything we can really know it will be seen with the help of this method called as type. So there are a different thing like what kind of types on the Python support. Take for example, this is a normal integer and Python will support float also. Take for example, if I'm just giving some value, float is nothing but a decimal point value. So the same thing, if I just give type of f, okay? But everything, all this integer, float, and Python suppose two more things. One is a complex number, another is a long number. Okay, so everything will just form, will just come under the numbers. Okay, so because we will not be bothered like externally like how this whether it is storing as integer, float, or complex number and all those things. So this is the thing for the Python numbers. So what are the longest like integers is a normal integers which we are just representing, and float is the one which is with the decimal point value, and long is nothing but see if you have an integer with n number of things preceding. You see, I'm just given 2 power 900, and you're able to see like the last letter L, right?
Yeah.
So this is nothing but it is saying like because the decimal the integer value is very high long. So after that, what it will do? No, after that it will just simply put L. It means that it is keep on continuing. It is a long integer. The long integer is represented as a long. You got it?
Yeah, got it.
Okay. So this is a idea behind what the things the derivatives in numbers. What are the things Python will be supporting? See, normal things. The main next we will be moving to the main data type called as strings. Okay. See, as I told you, Python is a dynamic language. So it has to understand from something whether this is a string or whether that is an integer or whether that is a list or tuple or whatever it may be. How Python is gonna identify is like see string when you call a variable to a string is see if you just assign anything inside a single quotes or a double quotes. Okay. either this is also a string. So if I now type, if I use the same variable type of A, you're able to see it is string.
Yes.
Same way, let me declare another variable.
Single quote.
Okay, yeah. See, if you just see now, either I have to use either single quotes or a single double quotes. In this, if I'm just using mixing mapping, then I'm just getting this error. In the when the for the variable A declaration, I've used double quotes. For the variable B declaration, I've used single quotes. Both are treated as string. Even if you see this type of B, it is a string. Okay. So any variable which is declared inside a variable value which is declared inside the quotes, either single or double quotes, that will be treated as a string by Python. Okay.
Okay.
So now we'll be seeing like what are the different operations that can be performed with strings. Okay, so there are certain things like see with this variable you can do this. So Python has set up activities that can be performed with a string. So we'll be just seeing one by one like what are the things that can be done with a string. Okay, so before going on to that, so I'd like to know like there are some methods just to find out the variable of length of the string or anything. So we'll be just seeing all those methods also parallelly. Okay, see now I have just declared a string. So if I wanted to find the length of the variable for the variable A, there is a function called as len.
Okay.
So it will take the variable name as an input. What it is giving?
Yeah.
6. If you see, apple is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 only. Okay, but the space will also be included, so I am getting the length as 6.
Yes.
You got it?
Yeah.
So, similarly, if you see len of b, I am getting 12. See, if you see the variable b is nothing but good morning. The variable b, if you just count it out, g is 1, 2, 3, 4. Fifth is a space, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12. You got it?
Yes. Yes.
See, this length function, what it will do is, it will return the length of that particular variable.
Okay.
Okay. Now, we will be going to an important concept in a string called as slicing and indexing. Okay.
Yes.
I'm just declaring a variable, something variable 1. Okay, first let me just take some small word. So the variable 1 is nothing but happy. So what will be my length of the variable 1?
It is 5.
Cool. So now you're know like how length is working on.
Yes.
Okay, now we'll just move to the slicing and yeah, tell me. Hello?
Nothing. Nothing. I didn't say
Okay.
anything.
So now we'll just move to the thing called as slicing and indexing. So what do you mean by slicing and the indexing in this sense? See, you must have heard about the substring and all, right?
Yes.
Take for example, if I wanted to have, see, this variable is there. If I wanted to access only H, if I wanted to access only A, or only P, or from this to this. So this is no, nothing but called this slicing or indexing concept. Okay, so we'll be just seeing like how to slice and variable, how to index and variable, and all those things. So before going to that, I'd like to just tell you like. Uh, Okay. See, this indexing value will be always starting from See, every variable, no, length will be starting from 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay.
Yeah.
Hello. Okay. But if you just consider this indexing, see, when indexing is being done, it will be starting from 0. Okay. So, H will be, this is the 0th index, this is the first index, this is the second index, and this is the third index, and this will be the fourth index. Okay. So, if I wanted to access the value of H, I can just give it like var1 of 0. Now what is happening? It is just I am accessing this string based on this index position. See, if I give var1 one, see, if I give var1, what is happening? This whole variable I am able to populate. Okay. Now what I am going to do is I am going to take only h. So how I can just achieve that is by using the indexing concept. Okay, the corresponding index of h is what? 0. So, what I'll do is var1 of 0, it is h. Okay, you got this?
But
And
this is a kind of, it is taking as an array, is it so? Because we usually work with the square bracket of index with only the arrays, right?
but here it is pretty different. See, we don't have a array, we have a list kind of a thing.
Okay.
Okay, so this is basically a syntax how to do for an indexing kind of a thing.
Okay, okay.
You got this right? Like how this
Yes,
is
I
being
got it, I got
accessed.
it.
Okay. So similarly, if I wanted to access only the element y, so then I have to give var1 of.
I,
Okay. See, you told a 5, but the thing is only for calculating length, it will be counting like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. But when indexing comes into the picture, it will be starting with 0. Okay, this is the point
yes.
what we should remember.
Yeah.
Okay, so only for length it will be starting from 1, 2, 3, 4. Whereas if you just consider indexing position, it will be starting with 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, and it will follow like that.
Yeah.
You got this?
Yes.
Okay. See, take for example, if I wanted to get only A, what should I give?
One.
Yes, cool. So if I give var1 of square bracket 1, then I'll be able to get this variable. So if I give similarly var1 of 2, then I'll be able to get P, as well as var1 of 3 also I'll be getting P. Okay, so when you're just indexing a single value thing by using index, this is called as an indexing concept. Okay, the same way, see, not always it is necessary, it will be necessary for us to take only the particular value. See, sometimes it is necessary for us to group particular string and we'll be taking it out. It's
Yeah.
like how we just do it in substring kind of a thing. So in that case also same logic only we are going to apply, but we'll just see the syntax how to do it. Okay, see, take for example, if I wanted to print from H to this first P, what I have to give is var1 of 0 colon.
3 will be the second 3, right?
What it is there? See, you're able to see both my notepad as well as my
Yeah.
shell, right? See, if you just see, I've just given 0 colon 3. So zeroth position is printed. Then you might be wondering like why if I've just given 3, then 2p should be printed.
The 3 mentions the length, is it so?
Yeah, no, the thing is, no, what is like this 0 will be like the starting index. Okay. This
Okay.
right side value after the colon is the ending index. But the thing is, starting index will be always included, ending index will be excluded.
Oh, okay.
Uh, so till 2 only will be getting printed.
Yeah, understood.
So, okay, so we'll just have some other variable. I'm just having it as chain. See, if I give C 0 colon 4. What it is, if you just see the word mountain,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
see, if I just give 0 colon 4, it will be printing only till n because as I told you, the starting index will be included, the ending index will not be included, it will be excluded. So,
Yes.
till the previous position, the value will get printed.
Yes.
Got it?
Yeah, I got it.
Okay, so this is the thing. So similarly, what we can just do is, so you can just give n number of things like whatever you want to just slice it out. You can just use this slicing variable concept, and you can just slice any values whatever you wanted to take it. What you wanted to consider is like even the string is having the space, even that will be having an index position. If you
Yes.
just see the example of B variable, good morning, this is 0, 1, 2, 3. The fourth position of the index is nothing but the space. So you have to calculate even the space while you are just calculating the string. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Now, so you are, like how to do this slicing and indexing. If I wanted to get UNTA, what should I give for the variable C in mountain?
It starts with 2 and ends with 6.
Cool. 2 colon 6. So if you give C 2 colon 6, so we got this variable. So this is slicing. The length will be so what we just saw like how to declare a string. So string declaration will be like anything inside a single quotes or double quotes that will be of a string declaration. So if you wanted to find the variable of length of the particular string, you can just use this method called as len.
Yes.
Len. So len is what it will do is it will be just calculating from the variable as 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it will give that particular length. But if the same thing, if we just consider the indexing, indexing will always start from the 0. So it will be like 0, 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, see one thing, and slicing also we saw like slicing. It will be like colon value. Left side will be the starting index, right side will be the ending index. Starting index will be always included, whereas the ending index will be excluded. So till
Yes.
this, you're good. Like what is happening in strings.
Yes.
Okay, see now like there are other inbuilt methods in Python. Like what are the things that can be used for that can happen to a string or something like that. See, take for example C dot. See, there is a function called as upper. So what it will do it will convert. See, the syntax is basically the variable name dot that function name. Okay.
Okay.
So what it will do is it will convert all my string variable into the capital letter.
String functions.
This is the function name upper. This is the variable name.
String
So it will
functions, right?
convert that variable. Yes.
Yeah, understood.
Similarly, we have see now like what is where one I just given? It is happy. So there is a method called as lower. What it will do is it will convert all the alphabets into a lowercase.
Yeah, okay.
And similarly, we have a thing called as capitalize. See what capitalize see. If you see the C variable, it is a mountain with all is in the lowercase letters. Okay. So capitalize what it will do is it will just capitalize the first letter. If you see upper, it will capitalize all the letters. But if you see capitalize, it will no capitalize only the first letter.
Yes, I understand.
Okay. Similarly, just I'm just declaring another variable.
Yeah, got it.
If you just type h, see now what I've just done is I've just declared some variable with the spacing in the padding at the front and the back. Okay, see because when you're just fetching some values from the database, there is a chance like this space can be padded and will be just getting in value. But really, in practice, real time, what will happen is when you're just trying to equate a value, you'll not be getting the proper answer. So what we used to do is like usually, we used to trim if there is any space in the variable, right? So we have a function called as strip and for the string, which will take off all the spaces in the particular variable. You got this?
Yeah.
See, take for example, the function is lstrip, strip. What it will do is this lstrip will strip out the space only at the left. See, if you just see my variable, it is having space both left and right. Okay, lstrip what it is doing, it is stripping the space only at the left side, but still the right side space is there.
Yeah,
Okay,
trim, kind of trim, right?
yes, trim function. Same way you have rstrip.
Okay.
This what it will do, it will strip only the right side space and the left side space will be there.
Yes.
And you have the main thing called a strip.
Both the sides, is it?
Yes. Okay.
Yeah.
There are few more methods, what that can be done with a string. But the thing is, those methods will return list, tuple, and all those things. So first we will just see like what are the other data types, and after finishing all those things, we will just see like what are the other methods that are available for a string. And see, let us see like there is a method called as count. What that particular method will do is it will give you the result of how many times that particular alphabet is repeating in your variable. Take for example, if I am giving h dot count of O. See, in my variable h declaration, how many times I have O in it?
Two.
In my variable h declaration.
Two.
So this variable, what it will do is, I see h dot count of whatever the variable you wanted to search, that you have to give inside it. Okay. Now
Okay.
what it is returning? It is returning 2.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Similarly, if you want to see, take for example, I wanted to find how many times this D is there. Then it will give me 1. You got
Yes.
this?
I got it.
Okay. And one more thing. Hmm. Okay, let me take some other variable where one. Okay, where one dot. See, there is a thing called as find. So, what this find method will do is this find method will give you the position of that particular variable. See, I'm giving, see, if you see the variable one, it is nothing but happy. Okay. See, when I'm just doing var one dot find of y, it will give me the offset value. Like for what is the offset of y? This is 0, this is 1, this is 2, this is 3, and this is 4, right?
Yes.
So this find method will give me an offset value of that particular variable.
Okay.
Okay. Let's see. And the thing is, if I'm trying to find some variable which is not present in the particular variable, then what it will do is it will give me an answer -1.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay, this find method, what it will do is, if the particular alphabets or whatever you're just searching for, if it is found, then it will give you the index of it. If it is not able to find, then it will give us the -1 as the return value. So if our function is giving -1, then we can just figure it out like, we are not able to find that particular value. Okay.
Yes. Yes.
So today class you are able to get like what are the things we saw in string and all those things.
Yes.
Okay. So is my speed is okay for you, or you want me to
Yeah.
go
I can. I
through?
can. I can follow.
Okay. See, one more thing is like we have a method called as DIR. DIR. Okay. So this method can be applied across any object. Take for example, DIR of which. So see whatever the see we are just seeing now this R split, L split, and normal split function. All those things, no, it will be this upper everything. See all those methods will be present here. So you don't have to even remember like what are the methods that can be done with this thing. You just have to put dir of the thing. Then we'll be able to get the methods no, that can be performed against this particular string. Okay.
What kind of methods we can perform on the particular thing?
This is called as DAR. Yes. See, we saw about R split, L split, and there are a lot of functions. Okay. See, we'll be seeing all the things like when we cover the other data type, because some of the methods will be returning a list, some will be returning in tuple. So for that, first we have to know what is a list and what is a tuple, and all those things. So roughly, if I have to say, you are able to see like this alpha is digit is lower and all. No, all the method that is starting with is will tell you will return no true or false kind of a thing. Okay, so we saw find we just saw the split R split L split a normal split and step function upper we saw lower we saw and all the things we were just seeing it out. Okay. See, you just now for see this underscore method and all these are the special methods. We'll be just seeing when these classes and all those things are coming. I'll just explain all those things. But now, as of now, it is see this is nothing but it's, just for an example. I'm just saying to you, it is like basically as we're just using this normal function and this function is doing everything for us. But somebody has to write the code for it, right?
Yes.
So all these things that will be there in this underscore methods. Okay. See, today's what thing we saw is we saw numbers and basically just normal intro and we just saw a string. What is a string like? If anything inside a quotes, we just call it to be a string, and we saw that length function. So what it will be, returning it is the length of that particular variable, and we saw slicing and indexing. So indexing will be always starting with 0 and it will be just going whereas if we just consider the length it will be from 1 and we saw what are the different methods that can be applied for a particular string. So till this you're just clear like what we saw in morning.
Yes. I'm good at it.
Okay, okay.
And I have one question.
Yeah.
So we are all seeing everything in the interactive mode. So
Yes.
we don't want to type anything on the files and save it as something, and
No,
then
no, no,
it will
no.
be
See, once we
easy.
just move with this file operation model, I'll be moving with the in the file thing only. Because see, this is all these are one line execution. Okay. See, in interactive mode, directly you'll be getting the answer. The same thing also we can just what we do is this, you are able to see this file, right?
Yeah.
File we have to save everything in a new file kind of a thing. The same code we can just save it and we can just use it. So one by one I'll be teaching out or like how to just go with the file and all those things. This is like immediately we just for seeing that output we are just seeing it because we are yet to see the print statement and all those things, right?
Okay. Yeah.
So that is the thing. To give you a respond on what are the things we will be just covering in this Python courses, like basically, we'll be seeing, each and every data types in detail. So data types are the, main vital organs for the language. And after that, we'll be seeing this file operations, and after that, we'll be just seeing the classes and this inheritance compositions and how multiple inheritance is handled in Python, and all those things will be just seeing it out. Okay.
Okay. Yeah.
You have any clarification to this?
No, I don't have anything.
Uh, Good then. Tomorrow, you have to speak with them for the tomorrow's class, or
Yeah, I'll be contacting them, and I'll be letting them what is the test and
okay,
everything.
okay. You just say them. So if you have any clarification.